Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to learn one of the most concepts in networking, the default route. Think of it as your router's last resort when it doesn't know where to send a packet. The default route shows it the way out. By the end of this video, you'll be able to configure a default route in Cisco Packet Tracer and understand exactly how it works. Let's dive in. First, let's build our network. I will add two routers, router 0 and router 1. Now here is a step that trips up many beginners. By default, these routers don't have serial ports. We have to add them manually. I will click on router 0, go to physical tab and turn the router off first. This is important. You can't install modules while it's powered on. Then from the module list on the left, I will select HWIC2T, that's the 2-port serial interface card, and drag it into an empty slot. Once seated, I will power on the router. I will do exactly the same for router 1. Now both routers have serial interfaces. That done, I will grab Serial DCE cable and connect it to serial 0/0/0 on router 0 to serial 0/0/0 on router 1. Now let's add two switches and two PCs, PC0 and PC1. For the LAN side, I will use GigabitEthernet 0/1 on each router. That's the built-in gigabit port, and connect it to the switch. This will be our internal network interface. Finally, I will connect the PCs to the switches. This setup represents two LANs, LAN A and LAN B, that need to talk to each other. We will use default routes to make that happen without adding dozens of static routes. Now let's configure the PCs. On PC0, I will set the IP 192.168.1.2, subnet mask 255.255.255.0, default gateway 192.168.1.1. This is the IP we will assign to router 0's G0/1 interface. And on PC1, the IP address is 192.168.2.2, subnet mask 255.255.255.0, default gateway 192.168.2.1. That will be router 1's G0/1 interface. The gateway is the router interface that will forward traffic from these PCs to other networks. Now let's configure the router interfaces step by step. I will start with router 0. First, I have to enter privilege exec mode with enable. Now enter global configuration mode with conft. Now let's configure the Gigabit Ethernet 0/1 interface. This is the port connected to our switch and PC0. I will type interface gig 0/1, IP address 192.168.1.1, 255.255.255.0. This is the gateway for PC0. By default, router interfaces are administratively down. I have to bring it up manually with no shutdown, then exit. Now let's move to serial interface. This connects to router 1. The interface is serial 0/0/0. I will type interface serial 0/0/0, IP address 10.0.0.1, subnet mask 255.255.255.252. That's a /30 network, perfect for point-to-point links. Because I connected the DCE end of the serial cable to this router, I need to provide the clock signal. I will set it to 64,000 bits per second. The command is clock rate 64,000 and press enter. Then bring the serial interface up with no shutdown. Before I finish, I want to save this configuration so it survives a reboot. I can use the command do right here in global configuration mode. The do lets me run a private exec mode without exiting. Now let's do router 1. I will follow the exact same steps but with the different IPs. Enable conft first the LAN interface Gigabit Ethernet 0/1, which connects to PC1's network. Interface gig 0/1. IP address 192.168.2.1. Subnet mask 255.255.255.0. Bring it up with no shutdown. Exit. Now the serial interface. Interface serial 0/0/0. IP address 10.0.0.2. 255.255.255.252. Since router 0 is already providing the clock, I do not need the clock rate command here. I will skip it. Bring the serial interface up with no shutdown. Exit. And that's it. Both routers now have fully configured interfaces and their configurations are saved to NVRAM. Now let's configure the default routes. This is the main event. We will add a default route on each router. On router 0, I will type IP route 0.0.0.0, 0.0.0.0, 10.0.0.2. The 0.0.0.0 with a mask of 0.0.0.0 means any destination. The next hop 10.0.0.2 is router 1's serial IP. This tells router 0 if you don't have a specific route, send it to router 1. Now on router 1, we do the opposite. IP route 0.0.0.0, subnet mask 0.0.0.0, next hop IP 10.0.0.1. Now both routers know where to send traffic. They don't have a direct route for. Now let's verify our configurations. First, I will run the show IP interface brief on router 0. This gives us a quick summary of all interfaces and their status. We want to see both Gigabit Ethernet 0/1 and serial interfaces 0/0/0 with the status of up and protocol of up. That confirms our interfaces are active and the serial link is working. Now let's check the routing table with the show IP route. Look at the bottom. See that S with asterisk? That's our default route. The asterisk means it's a candidate default route. Now let's test end-to-end connectivity. From PC0, I will open the command prompt and ping PC1's IP address. Ping 192.168.2.2. And we have replies. That means the default route is working perfectly, even without a specific route to the 192.168.2.0 network. Router 0 knew to forward the packets to router 1 using the default route. I will also test connectivity from the other end. Open command prompt, ping 192.168.1.2. And we also have replies from this side. And that's it. We have successfully configured a default route in Cisco Packet Tracer. If the video helped you, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more networking labs and CCNA content. Drop a comment if you have a question or want a specific topic. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next one.